Good. How's everybody doing this beautiful Sunday? You can tell I'm still intermittent fasting and not partying at the weekends when I'm up at this time. Got a lot to do today. Heading over to Barmolach to the farm there, the Healing and Retreat Centre, to organise some things for this year. Then down to Tarbert to spec out Westloch for the big beach breathe. And we're going to have some going to take a couple of the pods down there, and we're going to be offering treatments and food intolerance testing. So it's all very, very exciting. Beautiful treatments coming your way. Anyway, I'm on here to talk about breathing. So let me go ahead and do that. Now, as you know, I'm a big, big proponent of keeping it down to earth. We like to make things seem very fancy dancy so that everybody can think that we're very clever and so that you'll believe me. Let me just close down all these things I don't need so we get the best. Yeah, so Nadi Shodhana, which is pranayama is the word. You can use all these big fancy dancy words and obviously in the East they have a much clearer connotation as to what you're actually trying to do. We just say breathe. Whereas when you're actually thinking pranayama, you're thinking of a much more conscious activity. Good morning. Oh, there's some other people up with me. But you don't need the fancy dancy words. And this is the message from Heal Scotland. We need to break away from this idea that we are powerless and we need experts. Even sometimes, of course we do. I need guidance. We all do. But we need to break down these hierarchies of the fact that we can't do something without an apparent other. Okay, so this breath work is simply breathing in through one nostril and out through the other, and vice versa. Okay. Now we have different hemispheres in the brain, obviously left and right, and the lefty logic. You'll have heard that. Right is a more creative side of the brain. We've all got the female side, left's the female side. So there's different ways to look at it, but you can get very caught up in what you're doing and why you're doing it. And really, again, let's take it back to keep the kilt on it. Do you feel better when you do it? That's all in this moment, in this crazy, crazy time we're living in. That's all you need to concern yourself with. Are you calming yourselves down? So, interestingly enough, if you've read James Nestor's book, you'll know that the body itself will actually start breathing more through one nostril than the other. So intelligent, depending on what you're doing and what hemisphere it's wanting to light up. And but if you just keep it simple, again, you're looking at your cells like this, all tight and contracted and fear-filled and trying to figure it out and looking at the worst case scenario, or are you expanded and open and just bouncing about in the gravitational field, witnessing what's coming in and what's coming out? That's the place you want to be in. And this is the place that we're practicing every day to get to and to stay in. Now, the fight or flight response, as you know, is like if a tiger was chasing you, that the body would displace the blood, the chemistry, all the different stress hormones so that we could run away or find a way out. And that was a very short-lived, short burst activity. But now we're living the other way around, where these moments of peace are the rarities. So what we're doing with intermittent fasting, I highly recommend you keep that going. And now this breath work is really, really training you. As I was saying yesterday, we don't treat you as a healer. We don't treat you. We train you. We teach you how to fish. Because that's what you have to do. If you have 1 hour session with me or 2 hours or anyone else, you're still got another 22 hours that day where you're left to your own devices, and then the other 6 days usually. So it's really, really important that if you are able in this moment, and some people aren't, we need to really look after and care for some people right now. But if you are able to learn this and wake up out your reverie and say, God, I am powerful, just can't really be bothered being powerful today. Then, but you realize I have a responsibility. I am able to respond to this. And the breath and the intermittent fasting, what can I say? You probably don't need to do very much else, but you need to do it long enough, daily, months, 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 and maybe years. And that's the bad news. The terrain has to be tended daily, like your garden. You don't stop brushing your teeth. What do you think is going to happen? Stop looking after your gut biome. What do you think is going to happen? What are they going to eat? How strong are they going to get? The good army, the bad army, the disease army, the health and vitality army. It's all down to us. And again, we're going to be looking at how pranayama, see how clever I am, how breath work affects the microbiome. And also how, when you get really good at controlling this, that can override everything, including your food. How cool would that be? But we're in practice right now. We're all apprentices of this freedom mission that we're on, to waking up from the control and the grips of psychotic others. I mean, I don't know about you, but the more you learn about the pharmaceutical companies, the more terrifying it gets. So let's unhook our grip and our beliefs that we need drugs to be well, when in actual fact we've got a literally God-given right to be here and to be the most incredible, bright version of ourselves. And maybe we came here exactly at this time to be of service. I mean, pretty coolly. Oh, let me switch this off. So, um, yeah. So alternate nostril breathing. And it's just pathways, like even when we're doing the 478 and we're putting the tongue on the gum above the teeth, there's these invisible, we're working in the electromagnetic field and in the nervous system, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. You really don't need to understand a lot of this stuff, but there's lots of brilliant videos and literature written on the benefits of this level of breath work. And I know when I did my Reiki course in Kathmandu, in the Buddhist centre, they talked about alternate nostril breathing for breaking through all sorts of um, limitation. So you can use breath work, you can use fasting, you can use intense exercise. There's lots of different ways to take the body to that place where the mind shuts up and suddenly the truth appears. And that's really ultimately what we're trying to do. Give the innate immune system the power back. Okay, so you can do it. I usually do my thumb and my ring finger, and you're just going to be alternating. Now, again, a myriad of different ways that you can do this. In terms of the length that you breathe in and the length that you breathe out. And also you can bring in breath holds, retentions. Again, whatever word you use, holding your breath. So it's up to you. If you've never done anything like this before, and even if you have, it's the great thing about breath work is it doesn't matter how experienced you are, you'll just do it with a lot more precision and a lot more, your technique will be stronger. So it's a bit like doing press ups. You can just put a lot more into it, or you can start just getting one off the ground. So we're going to breathe in through the left nostril first. So, and you maybe want to blow your nose because, you'll find that one area you've probably already been breathing through one side more than the other. So you just be breathing in. We're just going to do 3 in, and then take your Peter pointer finger, whatever one feels comfortable, and then breathe out through the other side for 3. So, and then in for 3, change, out for 3, in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out. in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in. Last one and out. Okay. What I want you to do with every one of these breath work exercises I'm teaching you is to see how you feel. Really, really focus in on how you feel, and please comment, feedback to me so that I know I'm not howling in the wind. It's really important for me to get as much feedback as I possibly can to really make sure we can help people and learn what it is that's working for people, what they find easy, what they can do, what they can't do. We need to have feedback from people that are experienced, people that are learning, people that have never done it before, people that are scared of breathing because, for a long time, it's don't hyperventilate. And now we're like that, lie down and hyperventilate. It's an unbelievable buzz. And we're going to be doing a lot more energetic breath works as the weeks go on this month. But what I really want to emphasize is practice these different ways of doing it yourself and feel how it is for you. And very much like intermittent fasting, you work it into your time frame. If you have time to do an hour lying in your bed in the morning or when you go to bed at night, fantastic. But maybe you only have 2 minutes every now and again. So you find the one that's going to take you to that place, and that will change. It's a bit like exercise. You'll get very good at it. The body learns how to cheat very quickly. Um, oh, yeah, sorry, I can't see who everybody is because I'm just seeing Facebook user. This makes me so much better. I was medicated for years. Awake now, thanks. Yeah, it's interesting, this whole being awake thing, isn't it? Because really, it's taken us from that victim perpetrator model to, and I realised that a lot of people think taking these 30 pills a day is going to get them better. And you're kind of like, what? But of course you would. Just, well, take that and that'll help that, take that. And before you know it, you're in all these pills and you don't even understand how crap they're making you feel because you've just been so used to feeling so crap for ages. Good morning, how you doing? Lovely to see you on here. Maybe you could come on, Yoga Ganesh. Welcome to the room. Coming to our festival in Tarbert. I'm so excited to see you. I've not seen you since True Fest. Maybe you would come on one morning and do a wee breath work for us. That would be amazing. Yeah, so the big thing is right now is to get this information out to people that need it, the people that can't come out their house, the people that don't have time, don't have money, don't have resources, that are in deep apathy, grief and fear. And if we send out this message of like, here, try this, just 2 minutes, you can do this. All you need to do is just feel incrementally better to calm that nervous system down, the vagus nerve, all the things that happen. It's just a simple case. Remember, of going from this contracted state, even just feeling a little bit better, tiny little bit better. Most people can't even imagine nirvana when they're down here. So if you can help just by sharing these messages with them, it really, really helps me. It helps the Heal Scotland movement. I keep saying it. I cannot. If the country could be healed by me alone, it would have been done by now. This is a groundswell of like-minded souls that have got amazing stuff to offer that can inspire and support and educate each other. And I get educated every day by you guys. Yeah, fantastic. I'll do that. Okay, so we're all in this together. So whether you're the teacher or a pupil, pupil the teacher, it's all the same thing. We're generating this energy for change for our country and beyond because we can, and some of us are clearly awake and understand the power that we have only as a collective. And that's what we're trying to rally here, the peaceful revolution. Okay, so we're going to do some more alternate nostril breathing, and this is a very, very basic. I'm sure the yogis out there will be saying, oh my God, what's she doing? It's for beginners. It's to get you in there, to remind you right under your nose this superpower, our lungs, the apparatus that we use for nostril breathing is like, it's like a scuba. You know that your metabolism goes up, you burn more calories, you send out more toxins, you calm your nervous system, you come out of fight or flight, you engage the different hemispheres of your brain. But feel it, don't listen to me banging on about how brilliant it is. Do it on your own body. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing again. In through the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left, in, out on one side, and just changing over. Very, very simple. But we're going to do it slightly longer. Now, somebody said yesterday they got a bit of a panic with the breath holds. Now, but you forget this. I do a ton of breath work. It's my absolute go-to for getting rid of anxiety and sadness and whatever, anger, rage. So you forget breath holding is really is sketchy when you start. I remember the first time I did a free diving and they just put your face underwater to see how. I honestly lasted about 3 seconds and just had to come straight back up. The psychology of holding your breath is terrifying, obviously. So the more you do it, just if you can't hold your breath any longer, just stop, carry on. Don't allow yourself to get into that state. The more you practice, the better you'll get at holding your breath, and the more you realize that you're in control of it. You're expanding the lungs, bringing, our lungs are our connection to life, and we want to just gently improve that connection and expand it because we're capable of so much more. You wouldn't even imagine how much more we're capable of. Watch Society in the Snow just to really see where humans can get taken to and still survive. Okay, so we're going to do 5 in, 5 out. And if you can't do it at the same time as me, it doesn't matter. Just do it in your own time. It's your body, it's your practice. Don't compare, don't compete. You would not compete with a professional runner when you've never done any running. You would not compete with a musician that's been playing the piano for 300 years when you're only just learning do a dia. So it's just that. It's not that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just you've never learned it and not practiced it. So let's just start again. So we're going to put your thumb on your right nostril and breathe in. Change to your right and breathe out. In. Switch out. In and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. And in and out. And in and out. Okay, and just stop. You could probably hear there I'm much more congested. Started off I was more congested in the right, and now I can feel it more in the left. Don't try and figure it out. Just observe. Why did I ever stop doing this? Do you know, that's exactly what I was thinking, because this is probably one of the techniques that I practice least. And you really feel you're getting right to the core of this whole, your whole ENT system. It's completely underestimated, like your heart, of how it's impacting on your brain, your eyesight, your hearing, your connection, your clarity. Yeah. And this is a lot of the time, this is all that I'm doing is reminding you. And trust me, reminding myself what I can do. to improve how I feel. It's crazy. And again, I keep saying, stop looking for some guy or woman with 10 PhDs in a laboratory working out a solution for your body. You've got everything you need right there. Some cases we may need the experts, obviously, to do certain things, but generally speaking, you prevent disease. You're never going to need any of that. The marketing hippie says, never, don't try and sell prevention. Nobody's interested in it. And mm, I'm not going to fully believe anything that anybody says to me anymore, but yeah, we do tend to wait until things get a bit, the body starts screaming quite loudly before we take action. But this whole movement is about let's start doing these things. And obviously, it's great we can come on here on a Sunday morning at this time and just breathe together, start to feel a little bit better. We can get together at the festivals. You can come to the Goddess Gathering. You can come to any of the retreats. There's lots of people all over the country that are on our site doing amazing work. There's a huge choice for you out there. There's no reason why we can't nail this, why we can't knock this right out of the park as a collective. What we need, though, is the people who are able and willing to take part to start really making a noise about it. Breathing's free. You're doing it anyway. Eating at certain times is free. I'm not asking you to spend any more money. I'm not asking you to do anything. Just don't eat 3 hours before you go to bed or 1 hour after you get up at the minimum. And we're going to be moving more on to a lot other exciting free stuff that you can do. 20 minutes brisk walking a day, getting into a forest, getting into a loch. It's there. And when you start doing it with a whole load of like-minded peeps, you're going to have a laugh. I am a big, big proponent of laughing and having fun because, my God, so many people have lost their sense of humour now. So that's me. I'll stop prattling on. Have an incredible day. Practice, practice, repetition, repetition, practice, practice, and practice some more. If you can, we're going to be bringing on other amazing breathwork instructors throughout the month. If you are a breathwork instructor and would like instructor, and have got something to offer the group, please message me. This is not about me. This is about giving everybody a platform and getting to know who's in your area. And it's so important. Please, as another young girl come to me diagnosed with cancer, I'm just like, no politician's going to fix this for us. I cannot say that loud enough. Thank you very much. And also, if you're in a position to donate, if you get value from our monthly challenges and you're in a position to donate, all the money goes to the venues, to the gigs, to the education, to the inspiration. And watch out for the news of the pop-up healing centre that's coming really soon. It's all going back to you. I do not take any money from this charity. There are no wages. We pay Kirsten to do all the incredible work she does, but every single penny, apart from that, goes into helping you and giving back and finding ways to get this movement moving. Anyway, you can tell that I was in my bed early last night. Have a wonderful Sunday. Huge love. Remember, feedback, share the channel. Do whatever you can do. If that's all you can do, please share and shout and get people along to the festivals and the Goddess Gatherings. Huge love. Ciao.